Hello my YouTube beauties and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another decluttering video in this decluttering series, and today we're going to talk about my primers. I do have quite a few and a lot of them are high-end, a lot of them are drugstore, kind of have a mix. So if you're interested in seeing what I keep and what I get rid of, then just keep watching. First we're going to talk about drugstore primers. The first one I'm going to talk about is the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. This is a green based primer to cancel out redness. A lot of people say this is a dupe for the Makeup Forever Step 1 skin equalizers, like the redness reducing one, and I think it does an okay job at reducing my redness. I don't think it does a whole lot, but it is a good primer and it's a really good base, so I think I'm going to hang on to it just for the fact that it makes my makeup look really good. Next I have this Milani Prime Shield Face Primer. This is the mattifying and pore minimizing one. I'm tempted to get rid of this. I've only used it a few times, and from what I did use, I did not like it. I didn't like the smell. I don't think it kept me very matte throughout the day. I just wasn't super pleased with this, so I think I'm going to pass this along. The next drugstore face primer I do have is the CoverGirl True Blend Face Primer for oily skin. I think this smells horrific, but I think it does a really good job at keeping me matte throughout the day. It doesn't break me out, it doesn't irritate my skin, so I am going to keep this one. And the last drugstore primer I have is the NIVEA Men, well, okay, it's not really a primer. This is the NIVEA Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. I'm torn because I don't think this is amazing, but I do want to hold on to it just for the fact that I want to keep trying it. I haven't used it a whole lot. From what I could tell, I did a first impressions of this a couple months back, I think. It was pretty good. I think I need more time to play around with it, so I'm going to keep it. Now we are on to higher end primers. The first one I have is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I love this stuff. It's really good at hydrating your skin and really prepping it for makeup. I don't think it prolongs my makeup wear time really at all, but it just makes your makeup apply really well. So I'm going to keep this, and as you can see, I almost need a new one. The next guy I have is this mini Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I'm going to toss this. I really like it, but I'm too tempted to buy the full version when I actually just got rid of my NYX Angel Veil primer because I was completely out. I think that's a total dupe for this. I'm going to toss this because I'm almost out and I don't want to be tempted to buy the full version when I have a much cheaper drugstore version. Next I have this. Okay, you're gonna see in my channel that I have a lot of like minis. I get a lot of samples, and that's kind of how I test things out to make sure I like it before I actually buy it. So just a heads up. If you haven't already noticed, this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I'm gonna keep this. I really like this. As you can see, I've used about half of the sample. This does a really good job at prolonging my makeup wear time. Actually, when I get rid of this, or when I'm out of this, I'm gonna go buy the full version, so I'm keeping this. The next guy I have is this Reveal Algenist Color Correcting Drops. I don't think this does anything. I really think this does nothing, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Next I have this Physician Formula Primer Argan Oil with Coconut Water. I don't know why I bought this, to be honest. I don't know. I cannot spray this on my face because if it gets anywhere near my lips, it tastes horrible. It is the worst tasting product ever to put in your mouth. That sounded weird. I'm gonna get rid of this. I powered through the horrible taste and like the horrible smell on my face, but I did not find that it really did anything to make my makeup look better or apply better or last longer, so I'm gonna toss this. I like the little glass bottle. It's just not good. Next I have the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer in Radiance. This is one of the primers that I love that actually has a luminosity to it. Normally I like really matte things. I love putting this underneath a matte foundation. It just gives your skin kind of a look of radiance. It gives your skin a look of luminosity and kind of makes it glow a little bit without looking super oily. So I'm gonna keep this, and I'm gonna buy a full version when I'm out. The next primer I have is the POREfessional by Benefits. I'm almost out of this. I need to go buy a new one. I think I'm like here on it. I really enjoy this. I think it does a really good job at filling in my pores and making me really matte, so I'm gonna keep this one. And the last three I have, the first one is by Makeup Forever. This is the Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is the smoothing primer. This is the same thing as this, and you get more product in this one than you do in this one. I feel like I have to squeeze the crap out of this just because of the packaging in the tube. I think that it makes it so difficult to get out of the bottle, but because it was so dang expensive, this is like $32. Are you kidding me? Because it was so expensive, I'm going to hold on to it and finish it up. As you can see, I'm almost out. I'm just gonna repurchase the POREfessional and not this guy. So I'm gonna keep this just to use it up, but I will not be repurchasing it. The last two primers I have, this is the BECCA Backlight Priming Filter, and I'm torn because this was more of an expensive purchase for me. I like the Laura Mercier Radiance primer better than this. I don't think this is amazing. It looks okay under foundation, but this looks way better. So I'm going to keep it just to be able to use it up because I really haven't used too much of this and I really like the packaging. I will not repurchase it though. I will be repurchasing this over this. And lastly, I know I'm already keeping this. This is the Skin Dimitri James Orchid Gel Mattifying Day Treatment Seal. So this is like a primer that's also kind of a day treatment. It looks like this. As you can see, I'm about halfway through mine. This is the best primer for oily skin in my opinion. This is not technically labeled a primer, but my makeup goes on so flawlessly. It makes it look really, really smooth and it fills in your pores really well. It keeps you matte throughout the day. I have never had a primer that keeps me as matte as this one. This is my ultimate favorite primer over all of these primers. If I could just keep one, I would keep this one. Probably the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I'd probably keep both of these. Go for this guy because it's relatively inexpensive and it's gonna last you such a long time. I mean, look at how much product you get in this versus something like this. Only downfall is it's not sold at Sephora or Ulta or anything. You do have to buy it online. But like I said, this has lasted me such a long time and it's purple. I mean, how can you say no to purple? So I'm gonna keep this. If you go try it out and love it, tell me down in the comments bar below or even just tell me like what your thoughts are about this because I think this is such a hidden gem in like the makeup world. So that is my decluttering video. I didn't do as well as I thought I was going to do. I actually like the primers that I have pretty well. I got rid of 4. If you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. I do have a Twitter account and an Instagram account that is all about this channel, so feel free to follow me on those platforms. I hope you have a great one and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! I'm really like handsy today. So first we're going to use this Maybelline Dream Fresh BB 8-in-1 Beauty Balm Skin Perfector. This already does have SPF 30, though I do recommend putting on SPF before you use this. Don't rely too much on your foundations and stuff to give you